Okay, so it's already 10:30. We already have seen quite a lot of people who have joined. We have over 150 people in the session right now. So very good morning to all of you. So welcome to this webinar on COVID anxiety and mental health, brought to you by Yoga Library and Isha Foundation in conjunction with the Indian High Commission of Singapore. My name is Ruchika Patni. I am the CEO and founder of Yoga Library, where our focus is to ensure that yoga reaches people as it should, holistically. Yoga is not just about the asanas, it is a way of life, and every moment of life, when lived mindfully, is yoga. With this, I would like to start off by welcoming our panel of esteemed guests, and I'm delighted to welcome our guest of honor, His Excellency, the High Commissioner of India to Singapore, Mr. P. Kumaran. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
And our chief guest, Dr. Hansaji Yogendra of the Yoga Institute. Welcome, ma'am. And our special guest, Shri Subodh Tiwari ji, who is the CEO of Kevalya Dham Institute. Welcome, sir. Thank you all for sparing your time to join us in this webinar. A lot of people have asked me why we chose this topic for the webinar. And I would like to answer this by running a simple poll, which will come in front of your screens. So if you could just help by saying yes or no, the numbers are just going up very fast. So we have over 80% of the people who have voted that they've experienced stress or anxiety during the period of COVID-19. And that is the reason why we are running this webinar, where we have tried to bring out the knowledge from the two oldest yoga institutes from India, who can guide us on how to deal with fear, anxiety, and to manage stress. Now, I would like to start off by expressing our grateful thanks to His Excellency, Mr. P. Kumaran, and the members of High Commission of India for supporting this week-long celebrations, which are planned to mark India at 75 and International Day of Yoga 2021. Sir, I have learned yoga under the guidance of Guruji Dr. H.R. Nagendra and Manojji of S. Vyasa, from whom I have gotten in touch with the High Commission to organize the International Day of Yoga programs for the last 5 years. And I have seen great enthusiasm from the High Commission, which has inspired me to spread the awareness of yoga to schools, to universities, community centers, old age homes, and my journey continues. Now, on this note, may I please invite His Excellency, Mr. P. Kumaran, to address us.
Thank you very much. I hope my voice is clear.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
The chief guest of the day, Dr. Hansaji Yogendra, President of the International Board of Yoga and also the Director of the Yoga Institute. The speaker for today, Shri Subodh Tiwari of Kevalya Dham. Ruchika ji, other friends from the Isha Foundation and Yoga Library, good morning and namaskar. This year, we are celebrating the 7th International Day of Yoga under truly extraordinary circumstances. Over the past many months, our way of life has been subdued in a number of ways by the COVID-19 pandemic. Being able to breathe freely without a mask has become somewhat of a luxury. Working from home and the sedentary lifestyle it promotes has brought with it several problems, including longer screen times, stiffer backs, watering eyes, and mental fatigue in general. The need to keep the mind focused and to lead a healthy lifestyle, despite the daily stress, has become more urgent than ever. Yoga, an age-old tradition, developed by yogis and saints in India over centuries, offers a ray of hope to target these lifestyle problems and nurture both the body and the spirit. It helps not just in fitness, but in wellness in a larger sense. Many variations of yoga practice are possible today, depending on age, flexibility, medical conditions, etc. We will hear more about it today. Yoga has indeed been described as a means of health assurance at least cost. Recognizing its importance, UNESCO has included yoga in its list of intangible cultural heritage. And India has made it clear that this is humanity's common heritage and that the IPR for yoga belongs to all humanity. UN recognition to yoga has given it huge visibility, boost to awareness, with now programs proliferating everywhere, both in India and abroad. This has created a need for accreditation and standardization of protocol and ensuring that yoga is practiced in a scientific and medically sound way. The common yoga protocol aims to push things forward in this direction. I would urge as many people as possible to become regular practitioners of yoga to keep all parts of their body and mind in peak condition. I'm particularly happy to see the kind of enthusiasm among the yoga studios and practitioners in Singapore to celebrate IDY 2021, as indeed in earlier years, although this year and last year we celebrated it in an online format. The mantra for this year's IDY is be with yoga, be at home, and yoga for wellness. The High Commission, as you know, is coordinating a week-long celebration, partnering with a number of organizations for the whole week from 14th to 21st June. This year's IDY is also special as we move into our celebrations of India at 75. We have more than 170 sessions, webinars, competitions, quiz contests, and much more. Our attempt has also been to make this year's celebration as inclusive as possible, bringing in school children, senior citizens, people with disabilities, migrant workers, etc. I thank Yoga Library and our other yoga centers who are partnering with us, studios in Singapore, individual yoga practitioners, Indian community organizations, and everyone else who has pitched in to make this year's program vibrant and inclusive. Once again, thank you all for joining us today. I thank our special guest and speaker for today. I wish the participants a fruitful yoga session, and hopefully this will motivate us to do yoga on a more regular basis. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind words of wisdom and the encouragement. Now with this, we have a special recorded message for Singapore, and this event is from Sadhguru, the founder of Isha Foundation. So we'll be just playing the video here now. So I request the our friends at Isha Foundation to share the video.
Namaskaram to everyone in Singapore and all of you at the High Commission of India. My regards to High Commissioner Sri Kumaran. Once again, 7th International Day of Yoga, 7th anniversary of this wonderful possibility of yoga being acknowledged as a science of inner well-being, not a religion, not a belief system, not a philosophy or ideology, but the science of inner well-being. As there are sciences for external well-being, this is a science for inner well-being. On this day, over 15,000 years ago, Adi Yogi turned south. As the sun's trajectory in relation to the planet turns south on this day, it's called the summer solstice. On this day, he turned south and began to propound the science of yoga. So this is a day that's been declared as International Day of Yoga. This particular International Day of Yoga is more significant than ever before, simply because of the pandemic. We have realized as a generation of people how our lives can be just turned upside down. All of a sudden, without warning, the pandemic. So at a time like this, building a vibrant and resilient body, a joyful and focused mind, and indefatigable sense of energy within you is most essential to fight these external invasions, which scientists are predicting may happen again and again. Still, the pandemic is not over. We cannot say this is post-pandemic. This is pandemic season still. Already we have seen two waves in India and across the world, also in many different countries. The authoritative voices in this arena of life of virology are saying this could last much longer than we have imagined. So, it's extremely important that we build a system, we build a body which is resilient and a mind which is balanced and exuberant so that we can go through these rigors of life with least amount of distortions to our lives. So yoga is a tremendous possibility. Yoga is not a simple form of exercise, this is a complex mechanism, understanding the mechanics of human existence, how we are made and how we can take it to the highest possibility. The word yoga literally means union. That means we consciously obliterate the boundaries of our individuality to know the universal nature of our existence, how being here as a tiny little piece of life that we are in this cosmos, we are capable of experiencing the cosmos. Being here in this moment of time, we are capable of experiencing the eternal nature of this existence. This is a possibility that India offers to the rest of the world. Well, of course, there are health benefits, there are various other aspects that even to fulfill the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, this can be a very effective tool. Healthcare should go. Health and well-being, we must understand, can only come from within us. Doctors and scientists can help us when we are sick. But health is not something that'll ever come to us from a doctor or a medical professional. It is something that has to come from within us. If we understand this, health does not mean just being disease-free. Health means you're at the peak of life. In terms of body, in terms of mind, in terms of emotions and energies, you are at the very peak possibility of your existence. This is health, and we should not aim for anything less than that. Yoga has this potency, yoga has the necessary science and technology to deliver you there. These tools of self-transformation, these technologies for well-being must be employed by everybody in their lives. We at Isha, particularly for this pandemic situation, this pandemic world that we are in right now, we have created a small package which will enhance the immune system and also bring equanimity to your mind and vibrancy to your body. This is a very simple package, investing a few minutes a day, free of cost. It's available online. Please make use of it. It is available in full detail and depth for those who are interested, and in a simple package for those who want to just do a simple practice. It is available everywhere, free of cost, and dedicated volunteers are always on call to attend to these possibilities with you and make sure that you benefit from this. Every human being on this planet should make use of it. It's my wish and my blessing. Every one of you should bring in some aspect of yoga into your life and live a complete life. It doesn't matter. Pandemic has come our way, that is the reality, but we have to come on top of this. We have to come out successfully out of this situation, not be crushed by this situation. We as human beings are capable of this. I will once again repeat that this time around, this pandemic, the sole carrier of this virus is the human being. So if human beings are into some sense of yoga, that means they have become more conscious, not a compulsive life. If this happens, controlling and restraining the pandemic, stopping it in its tracks is very much in our hands. Let's make it happen. Let's take this stand on this International Day of Yoga. We will bring yoga into our life and definitely beat the virus.
Thank you, Isha Foundation, for sharing this message. And what Sadhguruji said is very true. that health has to come from within us, and it's important to build a system internally. And let us learn how to do this from none other than our chief guest for today, Dr. Hansaji Yogendra, who is the director of the Yoga Institute, which is the oldest institute in the world for yoga, which was founded in 1918. Hansaji is also the president of the International Board of Yoga. Now, she has been in the forefront of the yoga movement for the last 4 decades as a teacher, as an educator, as an excellent communicator in the television medium. She appears on popular television series Yoga for Better Living, which was first aired in 1980. Now, she has a very dynamic and charismatic personality and has dedicated her life to running of the institute and to teaching yoga as a way of life. She also has received Bharat Gaurav Award for her excellent contribution in the field of yoga. And millions of people these days are watching her YouTube channel where she continues to share her knowledge on various topics. Now, I can go on and on, talking about her, but I'm sure you all are as eager as I am to listen to her. So hence, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome Hansaji to come and address us. Dr. Hansaji, over to you.
Thank you. Namaskar to all of you present here. I'm very glad to be in this group, and I'm very glad that people are thinking that yoga can do something. Let me tell you that it is only yoga which would really save the humanity. They always say, Bhavatapena taktanam, yogo hi param aushadham. When person suffers from problems, it's yoga which would take him out of everything. In the Yoga Sutra, Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, a big list is given. All such things like Vyadhi, Styan, Sanshaya, Pramad, Alasya, Bhranti Darshanam, varieties of such diseases, shaky of body, you can't breathe in and breathe out completely, you get into depression, you have some or other imbalance in your body. All these things could be treated by only one thing, and that is yoga. And the technology part of yoga, which talks about asana, pranayam, meditation, they say even 5 minutes of meditation every day done twice, thrice in a day, whenever possible, that would help to remove these things. Now, what is this? Point is very clear that yoga has these 3 subjects. One is psychology, how human mind works and how mind is supposed to work. First of all, everybody should know that they have their own body. Every human is different, sample by itself. Every human has his own body. I have my body and I have to take care of my body. Nobody else can do that. If I have a headache, I should know why I got a headache. Nobody else can. No doctor can do that. Doctor will just give you some medicine to get release of that pain. Why? Only I know. And what did I do? What type of a life I led? What did I eat? How did I spend my day? With whom did I meet? So many things are there to understand why something is happening in my body. I have to take care of my body. It's my duty. It's my responsibility. And I have to do my duty well. I should see bodies disease free. I should see bodies fit fine. I should see bodies flexible. Yogis always say that keep your spine flexible, keep your abdomen in contour and see that it is soft and in. Yogis say that body has to have a good amount of stamina, immunity has to be fine, body has to be trim, slim, beautiful. All this is possible only if you take care of your body. Body has tremendous capacity. We talk about so many things, Shaktis, Kundalini, Shakti and all that. What is it? Tremendous amount of energy. We are full of energy, only we don't know how to use it. And so the problem, if your mind is focused, energy will come to know you, I guarantee. The point is that we have to take care of our body. I have my body. It is different from everybody else's body. Second, I have my mind. Now, mind has tremendous capacity. Mind can take you to the best state, to the godlyhood state, or mind can take you to the worst state. This human mind needs training. continuously understand that my mind, if I don't allow my mind to focus on something, mind will go anywhere. Mind can go anywhere in a fraction of a second. So mind needs training. Mind should be told, go here and do your work. Wherever mind goes, that part is activated. In mind, we have emotions. Whatever emotions you throw into the world, you attract the same emotions from the world. Mind is continuously with the whole universe. It can go anywhere. So it gets the same type of things from universe. You get angry, you will have more and more such situations to get angry. You are sad, you will be more and more sad because of the situations around. You are worried, more and more such things. So here is this mind which needs training, which needs to be focused on something wonderful, beautiful, and everything wonderful and beautiful will come. That also I guarantee. It's human mind. I should see that what type of thoughts are coming in my mind, and I should see that how I should bring another thought. It is I. Now, who is this I? This I is consciousness, my soul, my consciousness. People call this by various names, God, Chaitanyata, and all such stuffs. I have that divinity within me. I have the strength of divinity within me, which has much, much more strength than body and mind. I have everything with me, a complete package. God has brought us into the world. And so we have to be clear and understand that my responsibility is to understand my body, my mind, and I should be very, very happy and confident that what you have with you is your consciousness, your soul, and that when it is present, when that part is present, when you do all the activities, you will be perfect in doing all the activities. Now, human mind, when it is not directed well, usually it goes in past. When the mind goes in past, tears come in your eyes because so many things have happened in past. Our emotions are shattered. People are there today, they are not there. So many die, so many leave, you go away, and so on. So mind goes in past and brings tears in your life. Mind goes in future, and there it's anxiety, tension, worry. What will happen in this entire pandemic area? What is going to happen? Am I going to live? Am I going to this? My family should be fit, healthy. I should earn better because right now earning has become much poor and less. And so many thoughts can come when mind goes in future. Now, it is very, very clear that what right do we have to think about future? Future is future. Thinking, worrying about that. Who is doing that? My mind. The moment my mind gets into tension, anxiety, fear, I am reducing my capacity. My blood pressure goes up, my pulse goes fast. I open my body and mind for diseases. My digestion, circulation, respiration, everything gets disturbed because of this anxiety, tension. My nervous system is shattered. My concentration becomes poor, memory poor, reasoning power poor. So this Viveka Buddhi, which is telling me that this is right, that is wrong, think or don't think, worry or don't worry, that is gone. We need not worry, but that Vivek has to come in us, that understanding that no, this is going to bother me, so I should not do. This is going to weaken me, I should not do. This is going to bring immunity absolutely down, so I will not do. One thought of anger, negativity, frustration, anxiety will bring incapacity in your body practically for 2 days, because your body, poor thing, is coping up with this mind. Mind supersedes body. So the body is getting affected. Every organ in our body is getting affected. It's very clear. And so what about future? Why to think about future? Future should be taken as a challenge, as an adventure. Why worry about it? Whatever will come, and you will be able to face it because you have tremendous amount of capacity. you can do everything because you have with you your consciousness, your soul, and everything you know how to handle. So this type of a thinking is very essential. In Bhagavad Gita, they say that, well, why person who goes in past or person who goes in future is a wrong management of life. He's telling Arjun that, come on, live in present. Right now, what you have to do, you do it. And present is in my hand. And present always brings cheer. So I always say, past brings tears, future brings fear, present brings cheer, enthusiasm, cheer, confidence. And we should live our life with that. Why? Where is the reason? Why should we worry? For what? Problems will come and problems will go. I should be doing all those things which should be done in present. So there are certain things which we are supposed to do for our body, for our mind, because we have to take care of body and mind. Entire yoga management deals with mind. Even if when we do our asanas and all that, it is all to train our mind, because mind has to get focused when we do something or other. And so mind needs that training. Varieties of minds are there. There are minds which are called as kshipta mind, which is continuously restless. One thought, another thought, all the varieties of thought comes. There is a dull mind, mood mind. Somebody behaves rudely and you are hurt. Now, what are you doing there? Are you puppet in hands of others? Somebody behaved rudely. It's his problem. He doesn't know how to behave sweetly. He doesn't know how to manage in the situation. So he has his own management. He's different. You are different. Why should you get hurt because of somebody? But dull mind gets hurt. You don't put effort to see that, no, let me understand what he wants to say. Listen, say what you want to say. When he's in a listening state, not when he's shouting, you shout back. So all such behavior, all such type of a thinking is with that dull mind, mood chitta. There is another type of mind which is vikshipta. It remains steady for some time, but again goes here and there, which majority are those who are into education, study, this, that, taking some work and go ahead. Somewhere for some time, mind remains steady because you are focused, but then it goes into again bad state. So look at the minds, and then comes a mind which is ekagra mind, focused mind. That's the mind where yoga aims at. And then of course much superior mind, and that is niruddha mind. Nothing affects. You can handle any situation. Person can come to a capacity which is called as aishwarya capacity, and the state comes Ritambhara, where entire knowledge is there with you, because you can manage everything. Nothing bothers you. Don't get angry, let any situation happen. You don't worry, let anything happen, because when situations will happen, you would think and do whatever is required. Unfortunately, we humans have started using our mind unnecessarily too much. It is just activated all the time. Come on, quieten that mind. When should you use your mind? When you have to do some work. When you are working, think before doing the work. How to do, when to do, how to be better, and so on. Learn. All this learning should be continuously there. From our birth till death, we should be learning. Think only when you are doing some work. But when there is no work, why the hell the mind should move here and there? Why can't mind be peaceful? Come on, look at that beautiful flower. Look at the sun rising. Look at the breeze which is touching my body. How nice you feel when you are there. Look at this whole thing, river flowing. In our Bombay, there is a sea, the waves over there, huge waves jumping and coming. Where is the scope for thinking? Just be in that situation, a peaceful situation. Just enjoy, be in a blissful state. And that's it. So many situations are there when we could be happy, blissful. We should definitely spend such time when our mind is not required to do some work. Understand, we all have to be taking care of our body, Yogis have given certain activities also, that proper circulation, proper relaxation, and proper sleep is very much required. Unfortunately, nowadays we don't give importance of sleep, but sleep has to be given to our body. Only at that time the repair work takes place in our body, proper hormones are secreted in our body, and everything is into a well settled situation. So now the point is, how do we handle all these things? And so see to it that our timetable is such that we do some physical activity, because our body is into structured in such a way that we should be moving our bodies. Staying at one place for long without awareness is going to create problem. So try and see that we do some asanas, some breathing practices. In today's pandemic situation, this virus is attacking the respiratory system very, very strongly. And so we should see that the pranayams which are given in our yogic literature should be used. This technology of yoga should be used. It instantly gives you balance. Mind is disturbed, take one long breath and you will be with yourself. Mind goes here and there, you are worrying, one long breath and you would be back. But you have to take, bring this understanding in your mind that worrying, getting upset, disturbing is not something which is going to help you. It is going to bring your immunity low. You will be more exposed to all wrong things which are happening in the world to come to you. And so be very, very clear that once this understanding is clear, then use these techniques to bring your mind back to yourself. Try and train the mind, try and manage the mind well, and everything else would and be fine. So certain asanas, certain pranayams, certain relaxation technique. One very strong relaxation technique I would recommend is just sit quietly, be with yourself, and just listen to the sound which are there in the atmosphere. All varieties of sounds, chirping of bird, rustle of trees, moving here and there. Just listen passively. Don't start thinking about it. Train your mind just to be steady, and you are using your sound medium to focus your mind on. Sound, mind should be focused on sound. At the Yoga Institute, we call this technique as Nispanda Bhava, motionless state of mind and emotion. Use that wherever you are. You are traveling in a train. Why you should think? Just watch the world and enjoy every variety, every human being, every variety around. Every human is a unique personality by itself. And you should just be happy and blissful in whatever situation you are in, and don't start thinking about it, that this human is this and this is that and that. They are all there and they are all required. That's why they are there. And so be very, very clear. This technique could be used anywhere, while traveling, while sitting in the house, while working in between. Just sit quiet and put your mind on sound. Another area is put your mind on air, which is touching your body. So try and see that your mind is on the skin, where the air is touching your skin. So here is another technique which you could use. All these are definitely meditative techniques, but you are using it to train your mind. Once mind is trained, things would be much different in any case. So try and do that. For a good sleep, I would strongly recommend one very strong technique, which is called as Viparit Bhav in yoga. These are bhavanas, emotions, feeling. There they talk about that all those things which have bothered you during the day. So many wrong things happen in a day, varieties of things happen. And we also get upset in spite of knowing it is not right, in spite of knowing that every mood, every situation has to be taken as a challenge, as an adventure. And you are just excited at adventure and not get worried about it. But still, the nature is there. So you get upset, you get angry when situations go wrong. Now here, you have to start using this Viparit Bhav. where you try and see that you are all those things which are there, which are bothering you. You start seeing that thing from a different angle. From one angle, you will see that it is hurting and harming. This entire pandemic, you see it is hurting and harming. But on another angle, you will see how much it has taught us the lessons, how many good lessons we have learned, and how we are now more respectful to nature, the air which we are breathing from here and there. We are respectful to nature. We want the nature, the trees, plants to be around us because they breathe for us. We are throwing carbon dioxide, they are throwing oxygen to us. So they should be around us. We can't destroy them. We have to bring them in nature. We have to take care of water, take care of all these things, natural things. Don't disturb the ground. Big lesson we have learned because of this pandemic. And in the same way, staying in the house with all people around, again we have seen that, look, family members, we only knew to find the faults in each other. Somebody does mistake and we immediately point it out. But now you have to live together. Now you start seeing good in your family members. You are living with together. And I always say that living together is beautiful. More the merrier, no problem at all. Just see that you are with each other, but you are working together. The family, when family works together, eats together, sings together, dances together, doing asanas together, it is so beautiful. It is wonderful. There is no tension at all. And you will see goodness in everything. So this Viparit Bhav, what I'm talking about is, instead of getting hurt by situations, start seeing good in the situation. So at night, before going to bed, bring your mind into that state. When you remember all those good things which happened during the day, not the problems. Problems you can solve during day. Day is meant for work. So problems you solve during day, but in the evening, you should try and find out what good. When you got really joyful, when you see things, children playing, you are so happy. When you see, bird chirping, so beautiful. So many situations are there where you feel that you feel. When you see here is a situation where you can get angry, but you didn't get angry. So you are very happy about it, and so on. All those happy moments you should remember before going to bed. That period before going to bed is most important period where you are thinking positive, good. You are training your mind to be positive and good. And that helps your mind to remain in such a state that at night when you sleep, you will have nothing else but such things which will increase your positivity. You will train your mind like that. And in the morning when you get up, you would be full of enthusiasm, full of happiness, positivity, and you will be looking forward for the day ahead. You will be thanking that you are alive and you are kicking, you are looking forward. So this is how we'll have to use all these yoga techniques into our life and slowly take charge of our body, mind. So we should understand that we don't have to worry or get affected by any situation, because in our body itself, all the solution is there with us, in our body, in our mind. Everything is there with us. We are not weakling. Don't put yourself down. Again, Bhagavad Gita says, Uddharet atmanatmanam, na atmanam avasadayan. Don't put yourself down. Uplift yourself, because you have all the capacity. And don't go to past, don't go to future. Be in present and do your part in present. What should I do? I should be careful. Diet, food, we should be very much careful about eating properly and eating very little, 4 times a day, and having a liquid throughout with every meal, not to keep water on the dining table, drinking water half an hour before, 1 hour after. All these simple health awareness things we should do, because right now atmosphere outside is full of you can call it infection or something which can hurt the humanity, which entire world is getting affected with. So right now, we have to be still more alert and agile, not do mistakes by putting wrong things in body, drinking, smoking, and addictions, and all that should stop, because you have to be fit enough to face the challenges. So take care and look after, and see that you are nothing else but enjoying the present moment with joy, enthusiasm, and bliss. Namaskar.
So thank you so much, Hansaji, for such a wonderful talk on this particular topic. And like you rightly said, yoga is the only thing that can save the humanity, and our body has all the solutions. And mind has the immense power. That is what we bring through yoga. And we need to learn how to train our mind, because mind is the one which is going, in the past and the future. And I absolutely love what you said. Past brings the tears, future brings fear, and how the present brings cheer. So we should learn how to stay in the present moment. And so Hansaji, I think you have like a webinar, or you have like a session after this, and I know
Yes.
you have a very busy schedule because of the International Yoga Day, and you have to leave. So I really appreciate you taking out the time for us to speak to us in Singapore. Lots of people have joined from everywhere, all over the world. People are listening from India. People have registered from Canada, have registered from USA as well. So
Yes.
I thank you from all of us to allow us to listen to you and to take better care of our health. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
Hope
much.
we can have more sessions from you in the coming times as well. Thank you so much. And now I would like to invite our special guest of the day, Mr. Subodh Tiwari, who is the CEO of Kevalidham Yoga Institute, the institute which was founded in 1924 by Swami Kovalyananda. Subodhji is also the Vice President of the Indian Yoga Association, and he has received spiritual initiation at a very young age from Swami Digambarji, and began his yoga practice under the guidance of his father, Sri O.P. Tiwari ji. A little bit about Kevalidham. It is one of the few places that is teaching pranayam practice in a very classical manner. And it is a place where scientific research in yoga is undertaken, probably the pioneers in yoga therapy. And I had the privilege of experiencing this 4 years back when I had gone to Kevaledham in Lonavala for a yoga therapy conference and had the opportunity to meet Subodhji for the first time. So Subodhji, thank you so much for joining us, and over to you. I request you to please address us.
Namaste to everyone. I am sure and I'm hopeful I'm audible to all of you.
Yes, we can hear you.
I'll just take a few seconds to start with the recitation of the Shanti mantra. Request all of you just to close your eyes for a few seconds, just to ensure you're aware of your breath. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvina Vadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. My pranams to all of you. With greetings to Mr. Kumaran, the High Commissioner of India in Singapore. My regards to respected Hansaji in absentia for her lovely talk. My thanks to the organizers to have invited me to this talk and webinar on this momentous occasion of the week of International Day of Yoga. Anxiety and stress, that's what I'm going to speak of for 10 minutes. And let me tell you, I come from an institute where we say Kevalidham, Yoga, Tradition and Science meet. And that means that in 1924, Swami Kovalyananda ji, who was a Sanskrit scholar, started the pioneering work of scientific research in yoga. So for the first time, if one could understand what happens to your body when you're practicing the complicated Uddiyana Bandha, and it creates a negative vacuum and influences your paleolithic movement that was here in Kevladham with an X-ray machine which probably fit into a room of 400 square feet. That is the time when the research started. So the tradition is where Yoga Sutras originate. That is what we take as the source. And re-verifying it, researching on it, and trying to establish that they are still valid or not is the scientific research which goes on in the field of yoga. So this is the background which I come in here at Lonavala. And you have this time of anxiety and stress, and everyone has that, even us as speakers, perspectives have changed. But you are going to log into a webinar and then you are stressed. Will internet work during that precise moment when I am to speak? Will everything be all right? The organizers must have had their own share of stresses and anxiety. So the trick I always say is you cannot eliminate the stress and anxiety. But what yoga teaches you is how do you manage the stress and anxiety which we have. Kevladham has over the last year and a half during this pandemic time taught more than 50,000 teachers of universities and colleges and schools and around 100,000 students across the board online. And we have had lovely experiences because I will confide that majority of them were not practitioners of yoga, but they got into yoga during this time of pandemic. And that was encouraging because you chose the right thing. Going back to something very fundamental, Maharishi Patanjali is what we term him as the founder of classical yoga. He gives us a very, very good perspective of what we say the psychological impediments which we face. And I should tell you that there are principles which will remain constant. So what he mentions, the principles have remained constant since last 2,500 years. The perspectives have changed. He speaks of something called kleshas, pancha klesh. He says these are the elements which each human being is born with. And this is what serves as a disharmony in individual. And what are these pancha kleshas? He says avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinivesh. Very simple to understand. Ignorance or avidya. Avidya, I prefer to understand it by saying lack of awareness. And this definitely affects each human being. Even in times of pandemic, what we, each one of us at some point of time has gone through an exhaustion of looking at the news and getting feeds. And we are so, we get miserable by looking at all the negativity around us. And then we decide that no, now, it is enough and we're not going to watch. It's kind of creating an awareness within ourselves. So Patanjali says the lack of awareness is a great cause of disturbance. The moment we start to understand and lead ourselves toward greater awareness, to the greater knowledge of ourselves and our surroundings, things will get better for us. So management of, how we are trying to deal with the situation around us, best possible way. Asmita is too much of I-ness. Probably whenever you start thinking in this context, all about yourself at all the time, it is going to impact you. Like they say that if you think of a simple problem of your shoulder, it may be hurting very little, but you continue to think about it again and again and again, what will happen? It will amplify. So in that principle of I-ness, too much of I-ness is not good. It disturbs one's personality. Rag is attachment. And I again prefer to interpret it as dependence. You might be attached still, you're attached to your work, you are attached to your family. So attachment might still work. But if you are dependent on it for your happiness, then that is a problem. That will cause disharmony for you. So you are attached to ensuring that every day morning you log on at 9 o'clock to a particular time, to a particular challenge, to a channel. But then if you are dependent on it and if you get really disturbed, then that dependence is not good. Like it is said, you have to be happy in spite of and not because of. Dvesh, the underlying factor is negative. We have a choice. We look like there are so many number games going on. Even in India, we had this whole issue recently, the second wave, and the number increase, and the whole world had a different perspective. And then somewhere you underline this negativity, dvesha bhavana. It's not only of each other, it is about this spectrum of negativity. And then everyone started to explain that, oh, India is such a populous state. And anyways, the percentage of per million deaths is the minimum in the world. So it is the perspective of life, and negative perspective definitely gives you more disharmony. Abhinivesh is the last. And that is what everyone suffers today. Abhinivesh, the underlying word is fear, but it is the fear of death. And everyone is mortally afraid, and they often say the fear is more dangerous than the happening itself. Because in fear, you amplify the situation. So Abhinivesh is one of the factors, one of the kleshas which impacts you very, very tremendously. And one needs to, and this often happens when you do not live in present. You tend to either live in the past or you tend to be anxious because you're thinking too much of the future. The point is that we should try and be in the present. So first, friends, I always say identify these panchakleshas, be aware, be observant about yourself, because that is going to make a difference to you. How is these kleshas in you, what intensity? And then last 3 minutes, it's often said nowadays there is so much of gyan floating around. Everybody says, sir, you have also come. Ab aapne bhi humko bataya, you also 5-10 minutes, all this knowledge and philosophy. How do I practice? That is ultimate truth. And I often say you are exactly right. And the whole element of yoga is that it has to be simple. Most important, there is this, Patanjali gives us a very good solution. He says, Ashtanga Yoga for a common man like you and me. No big philosophy. Not every one of us is a Buddha or a Krishna. Let's do Yam, Niyam, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyana. And Samadhi, if you reach, very good. But the whole point is, let me tell you, Yamaniyam, we are students of yoga, I believe we know the Ashtanga Yoga. It's only that we reiterate it to ourselves again and again. There is one thing which I like and with which I will conclude. Yam Niyam is those observances and restraints. The yamas are the restraints, niyamas are the observation for yourself. Asana for your physiological well-being, leading to your mind. Pranayam, the most important component which connects you to the universe all the time. Pratyahar, what Hansaji said, your ability not to be affected unnecessarily by things which you don't like. Dharana, concentration, dharana leading to meditation, and dhyana leading to samadhi. This is underlining philosophy of Patanjali. You are not doing a dhyana, you are led to dhyana. In niyamas, there is one very interesting niyam which is called swadhyay. There are 5 niyamas, Saucha, Santosh, Tapas, Swadhyay. Swadhyay in today's term is the most important aspect. Swadhyay, Swadhyay is experiential learning. I say there is abundance of information, my friends. Probably I also tried to give you a bit of information, but try to transcend that, because information has limitation. Information can make you intelligent, good enough. And today, anything you ask anyone, everyone is a bright fellow because he has access to Google Baba or Google Devi, and right away he goes and he answers the question. Second, when you understand information, you go one step ahead. That is, you get knowledge, abundance of knowledge. You can obtain a PhD on WhatsApp. That is the situation in today's world. So much of gyan. Now you have agencies verifying what information is right or no. So knowledge is also limited. What is important, friends, is we experience knowledge, which becomes wisdom, which becomes prajna. So Swadhyay speaks of experiential knowledge. Yoga is simple. All beautiful things in life is simple. We're talking about mind. There's beautiful connotation where you compare the Western psychology with Eastern psychology. Both are good. But the Western psychology says often there is a problem in the mind, deal with the mind, deal with the mind, problem in the mind. And Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, if you read really the most scientific document in yoga you have, it says the mind itself is the problem. You have to go beyond mind. So friends, yoga, simple, 4 aspects do you practice. Practice the aspects which get you physical well-being. Practice the aspects which get you emotional and mental well-being. Practice the aspects of moderation in your diet. Eating less is always better than eating more. And ensure that we practice the cleansing processes prescribed in yoga. Very simple. Do not be serious in yoga. Try to be sincere. 5 minutes of yoga a day can make a lot of difference. So let us try to be wise and not otherwise. Thank you so much. My pleasure to be with all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Subodhji, for your guidance and especially explaining through the Patanjali Sutras. And very well said that you need to, for being happy, it's not because of, but despite of. So I'll always remember this. It's really very nice. And the other thing which I really liked is that do not be serious, but be sincere with the practice. And I keep repeating this to everybody that regularly practicing is more important in yoga. So with this, we are running a little bit over time, and there is a webinar which has been planned by Isha at 11:30, which is about 9 o'clock, I think, India time. But I did receive a couple of questions through emails. So Subodhji, if you have a couple of minutes, maybe I'll take your time so that people can feel that they've been heard when they've come through this live session. So if it is okay, can I just bring in a couple of questions to you? We'll keep it short and brief.
Yes, I will keep it very short.
Okay, thank you. So the first question which came to us yesterday, someone has said that we have a lot of, in a fast-paced country like Singapore, finding time for yoga practices is very difficult. We set off from home as early as 6:40 a.m. to start school at 7:30 and return home as late as 7 p.m. That leaves us with 2 hours, so before bedtime at 10 p.m. So this is overwhelming. Kindly give us suggestions, a way to work around this never-ending cycle.
I asked a simple question. With so much of less time, I am sure that you still go to the bathroom, you still shower, and you still do your toothbrush. So, it's about ourselves, how we prioritize things. And like I said, that, just devote 5 minutes. When you start loving a thing, it will automatically increase. Time management will happen always with what you are passionate about. So yoga is about starting that practice, and then we leave it to you.
Thank you so much, Subodhji. I'll take one more question. So another person has said that I live in a city center. Gets very difficult at times to have the sense of acceptance of all the sounds, construction, traffic. What is it that I can do to have that deep sense of acceptance for all sorts of sounds around me?
There are 2 things we can do. Start with wearing noise cancellation headphones. It helps you at the external world. Then remove them, and during your practice, when you are more attuned to surroundings, you become used to it. So you start with commonsensical things, and then slowly, if you practice for half an hour, you will be good 5 minutes, and then 25 minutes you'll get disturbed. Next time you practice, in 15 days, you're practicing, you will get 10 minutes more comfortable and 20 minutes disturbed. So this is how it will progress. Pratyahar, what you are referring to, will come over a period of time. with practice, apply common sensical views, but yes, only antaramona, trying to practice more and more and being able to focus on something internally will eliminate the disturbances from outside.
Thank you, Subodhji. I don't think we have enough time to actually take more questions. Everyone had a lot of other questions as well. 1 hour is not enough, to do justice to a topic like this, and also from speakers like you and Dr. Hansaji. So hopefully we can organize, more sessions whereby people can raise questions and learn more from this, how to lead better lives. So if anybody has questions, please do write to us on inquiry@yogalibrary.com.sg. And with this, I once again thanks His Excellency Mr. P. Kumaran for giving us this opportunity to host this webinar together with the High Commission of India, Dr. Hansaji Yogendra, Mr. Subodh Tiwari ji, Sadhguru ji, from all of us at Yoga Library and Isha Foundation. Thank you so much for joining the session. So we have another event which is right after this. So those of you who are interested, we have put the flyer in front of you. It is Yoga for Immunity organized by the Isha Foundation. The registration link is mentioned over there. So please quickly log on to that so that you can join the session. With this, thank you so much for joining the session and for being a great audience. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.